As we approach episode 182 of Kuruluş Osman, the question on everyone's mind is, who will betray Osman Bey? The series has expertly weaved a complex narrative of alliances and betrayals, and the latest developments continue to hint at further internal strife. Osman's journey toward establishing the Ottoman Empire is one filled with both external threats and internal treasure. As we head into the new episode, it's clear that the stakes are higher than ever. The foundations of Osman Bey's leadership are being tested not only by external enemies, but by the very people who claim to be his allies. The theme of loyalty versus betrayal has been central to Kuruluş Osman since the beginning, and it's likely that episode 182 will delve deeper into this theme, revealing hidden motives and the eventual consequence of misplaced trust. The growing tension within Osman's inner circle. Osman Bey has always been a leader who values loyalty above all else. However, as his power grows, so does the temptation for betrayal. One of the key dynamics in the upcoming episode will likely revolve around Osman's relationship with his closest ally. As the conflicts escalate, we may witness subtle shifts in loyalty. Could someone who has been by Osman's side for years suddenly turn on him? This scenario isn't far-fetched, given the number of characters whose motivations remain somewhat ambiguous. Balgay. Although he's been one of Osman Bey's primary enemies, Balgay's relationship with Osman is a complex one. As someone who is aware of Osman's growing power, he could manipulate situations to his advantage. His alliances have been fluid throughout the series, so could he be playing a deeper game, waiting for the right moment to strike? Dündar Bey. Dündar's role has always been one of while not a straightforward antagonist, his actions have often shown a lack of full support for Osman. Could he be positioning himself to take over the leadership of the K tribe, or perhaps even betray Osman in a bid for power? With the rising tensions within the tribe and his own ambitions, Dündar could be a key figure in the upcoming betrayal. Discussion point. Do you think Dündar's personal ambitions will lead him to betray Osman? Or does he have deeper, more complex motivations at play? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Osman's growing paranoia. Another important aspect of episode 182 is Osman's growing paranoia. As he continues to face multiple enemies, both internal and external, he will likely become more suspicious of those around him. His previous experiences with betrayal, such as the treason of his own family members and the covert moves of his enemies, have taught him to trust few. Could Osman's own distrust of those closest to him lead to some dangerous consequences? If he starts doubting the loyalty of his trusted commanders or family members, it could fracture his relationships and weaken his leadership at a crucial time. Could this paranoia be used against him by his enemies, making him vulnerable to manipulation? Kuruluş Osman Episode 182 Analysis Part 2. The Power Struggles Within the Ke Tribe. In the previous episode, we saw the Ke tribe facing new challenges, with both external enemies and internal power struggles threatening their unity. The battle for leadership and the subsequent influence within the tribe has always been a central theme in Kuruluş Osman. As we head into episode 182, this theme will continue to evolve, likely shedding light on who may be poised to rise to power, and who may fall victim to betrayal. Osman's leadership. As the leader of the Ke tribe, Osman's authority has always been questioned by those who feel that they deserve a greater share of power or influence. In episode 182, the conflict within the tribe is likely to intensify, with characters vying for positions of power. We could see factions form within the tribe as different members align themselves with various power plays. Bala Hatton's role. Bala's influence in Osman's life and the tribe cannot be underestimated. However, with her own ambition and personal struggles, her role within the tribe could come into question. Could she be involved in any way with the power struggles? Or will she remain loyal to Osman no matter the cost? Aygul and her growing influence. Aygul has been a wild card in the series, with her actions sometimes aligned with Osman's goals and other times hinting at personal motives. Her increasing influence among the women of the tribe might give her the opportunity to sway others to her side. Could she, too, be involved in the growing factionalism within the Ke tribe? Or will her loyalty remain unshaken? As Kuruluş Osman progresses, the presence of old enemies continues to loom large, and episode 182 will likely feature some of these characters returning to the scene. Their reappearance could serve as a catalyst for betrayal, particularly as their intentions may not be immediately clear. The idea of unresolved rivalries and the pursuit of revenge is never far from the surface, and it will be interesting to see how these tensions play out in the upcoming episode. The role of external threats in shaping internal betrayal. While internal conflict is crucial in shaping the dynamics of the KE tribe, the external forces threatening Osman's leadership also play a significant role. As the tension between the Byzantine Empire and the growing Ottoman forces reaches new heights, the pressure on Osman's allies will likely increase. Old enemies who have been temporarily out of the picture may return, pushing some of Osman's allies to reconsider their loyalty. Potential betrayers from the outside. The Byzantine Empire. The Byzantine Empire has always been a looming threat to Osman's ambition. With new military strategies and alliances forming, could we see one of Osman's trusted allies secretly aligning with the Byzantine forces? If an influential character were to betray Osman for personal gain or under duress, it could be devastating for the KE tribe. The looming possibility of betrayal from those who pretend to be loyal to Osman might serve as a means to introduce new tensions in the upcoming episode. The Mongols. The Mongol Empire's presence in Kuruluş Osman has always been a point of contention. In previous episodes, we've seen characters like Balgay attempt to manipulate Osman for their own gain. Could the Mongols return in episode 182, perhaps offering an alliance to one of Osman's enemies within the KE tribe? Their methods of coercion and manipulation could lead to unexpected betrayal. Osman's battle with his own trust. The more Osman faces betrayal, the more cautious he becomes. In the upcoming episode, his trust in his allies will likely be tested again. Betrayal could come from unexpected quarters, and Osman's inability to fully trust anyone, whether due to his growing paranoia or due to actual traitors, may lead him to make rash decisions. The question arises, can Osman continue to lead effectively if he becomes too consumed by distrust? At what point does caution turn into isolation? Could Osman's growing suspicion lead him to push away allies who might have otherwise remained loyal? If he begins to alienate his closest commanders, this could inadvertently lead to the very betrayal he fears most. How much trust is too much, and how much is too little? Kuruluş Osman Episode 182 Analysis Part 4 Key Relationships and the Possibility of Deception. While much of the focus has been on the broader political and military dynamics in Kuruluş Osman, the series also excels in portraying the personal relationships between its characters. These relationships play a key role in the narrative, as emotional connections often influence decisions of loyalty or betrayal. Episode 182 will likely explore the deep bonds that exist between Osman Bey and his closest companions, and the potential for these bonds to be tested in dangerous ways. The strain on Osman and Bala's relation. One of the most compelling aspects of the show is the bond between Osman Bey and his wife, Bala Hatun. Their relationship has weathered numerous storms, but in episode 182, it could be tested in new ways. With increasing threats, both internal and external, it's possible that one of them will be forced to make a difficult decision that could strain their relationship. Bala's role. While Bala has consistently supported Osman, her personal struggles have sometimes made her a more complex character. As the KE tribe's situation becomes more dire, will Bala's loyalty remain intact, or will her own desires lead her down a darker path? The temptation for betrayal could be too great, especially if she feels that Osman's actions jeopardize her safety or the future of the tribe. Osman's loyalty to Bala. We've seen Osman navigate through the treacherous waters of leadership, but his relationship with Bala has often remained a stabilizing force. Could this change if he perceives her as an obstacle or feels betrayed by her in any way? The emotional toll of leadership could lead to a breaking point, and this could have disastrous consequences for their relationship.